Hi, my name's Leslie and I'm here to show you a fun watercolor painting process you can try at home. Today we're going to use some simple materials to create these very cool watercolor paintings. This one's done with markers and the first one I showed you is done with watercolor paints. So for today you're going to need some paper, you're going to need water and a paintbrush, and you're either going to need some watercolor paints, but don't worry, if you don't have watercolor paints, you can use washable markers. Probably everybody has some markers around the house. And finally, an important part of this is the plastic wrap from the kitchen. That's it to create these really cool watercolor paintings. To get started, use your brush and water to wet your paper. Load up the brush with paint and then apply to the wet paper. Notice the colors will run together and blend. While your painting is still really wet, apply pieces of crinkly plastic wrap and leave to dry. No paint? No problem. To use washable markers instead of paint, draw designs all over the page. When your paper is filled with lots of colorful designs, then brush on water. Make sure it's very wet and apply crinkled plastic wrap. Set the painting aside to dry completely. Our paintings are dry and it's time to see what we've got. When I lift the plastic, I see that the paint is dried in some pretty interesting patterns. These are really beautiful as is, but I like to look at them a little more closely and start to look for recognizable shapes and forms. I often can see trees, animals, people, all kinds of cool designs. If you have some pens at home, you can try drawing on these. In this, I've drawn some patterns and some things that have sort of popped out at me. I've seen dogs, plants, flowers, even a tea party with an alien and a bird. I use a Sharpie to outline some of the cool designs I see and just keep flipping my paper until I see something new. This is a really fun activity to do. When I'm finished drawing, I like to get colored pencils out and highlight certain areas to bring the drawings out more. Here I have a deer eating a hydrangea bush, and if I flipped it over there would be a dog there. Here is a bird having a tea party with a pink alien. And this is my dog playing with her orange ball, surrounded by trees in the park. What do you think you might see in your watercolor masterpiece? I hope you have as much fun drawing and playing as I did with this activity.